Okay, let's open this public hearing. I'll begin by reading the notice of public hearing. Notice is hereby given. The following hearing will be held in Bonneville County Courthouse, 605 New Capitol Avenue, Isle Falls, Idaho, September 8th, 2022, at 1:30 p.m. by the Bonneville County Commissioners for the purpose of public hearing in relation to application by Ellsworth Associates for a rezone on the property owned by Jerod R. McCord and Darlene Williams and Ida B. Williams from agriculture A1 to residential agriculture RA1 zone. Their location is 9928 north, 27th east, and 9902 north, 27th east by Idaho Falls. South of 105 north, west of US 20 and north of 97 north Bonneville County, Idaho. We will legal description published as well as introductions on how to testify. This was published August 24th, 2022 in the Post Register. All three commissioners here are present today, as well as planning and zoning staff, Austin Black and Michelle Hayden, and Gwen. Rondo. Sounded out. Okay. To begin with, I think it'll be Michelle that gives us the staff report and a presentation. We do have the record planning and zoning hearings without objection. That part of the record. So if you want to go ahead and explain the application.
Great, thank you. Michelle Hagan. So this is the application by Ellsworth and Associates on behalf of Jerod R, Isla Darlene Williams, and Isla B. Williams for zoning map amendment from the A1 to RA1. Planning and Zoning Commission held a public hearing on May 25th, 2022, and recommended approval of the rezone with a rezone request with a unanimous vote. The applicants also submitted a preliminary plat, which was reviewed by the P&Z at the same meeting. The property is located west of the city of Yukon, off of North 27th East. Let's go to the next slide, please. Okay, and the area that we're looking at for the rezone is in a blue, outlined in a blue box. The property is 0.121 acres. That is the subject of the rezone. The land use designation, as you can see on this map, is urban residential, along with the surrounding area. Next slide. The property is zoned A1. The adjacent zoning to the property is RA1, A1, and RA3. The requested RA1 zone is one that is allowed within the urban residential land use designation and is similar to other zones in the area. The area subdivisions are the Miller Country Estates, Dwayne Burton Shaw Estates, Country Life Estates, Sweet Country Estates, and Cottonwood Acres. The application states that the adjoining lots within the Miller Country Estates subdivision have a community water system and sewer system from the city of Yukon. The intention of the rezone is to include the area with the adjacent existing lots through the subdivision process and increase the overall lot area. The existing parcels that are subject to the rezone are subsidized and do not comply with the minimum 1 acre A1 area requirement. The comprehensive plan has compatibility decisions that should be considered in all map amendments. Public Works Director did not have any comments regarding the proposed rezone. We did receive correspondence from Eastern Idaho Public Health, and they had no comments. And then planning's typical conditions for a rezone or comply with the requirements from Public Works, and the land within the Miller Country Estate subdivision had it when it was rezoned in the past. It had a condition requiring that there was a minimum of 100 feet in lot width that was passed with the R1A adjacent zone. that these will hopefully be included in. Any questions for me?
Yeah, could you explain this sort of used to be a canal or something?
Yes, these two parcels used to be a canal. That canal was abandoned by the farmer who owned them, and then he deeded each little piece that was adjacent to the lot owners in that subdivision in a meets and bounds legal description, just deeded that to those adjacent property owners. And so because it's there in a formally platted subdivision, you can't include or combine unplatted meets and bounds parcels into an adjacent platted lot. We have to go through the platting process where they have different zoning designations. We also have to go through the rezone application. They'll be able to, if approved, they would be able to increase their lot sizes and have the freedom of utilizing the entire lot for structures.
So when they do that, basically, will all be included on the plan that has one parcel with one description.
Yes,
For you get to.
yes, and they'll get one tax notice as well. Upon the completion of the subdivision plat portion of it.
Question, have you had any requests from the other property owners? It looks like we have the same issue.
We-
Several pieces of property.
We do, and we had a couple of them attend the planning and zoning public hearing, and they expressed a desire to have the same thing happen. None of them have since come into the office or contacted us to start that process.
It's unfortunate that we can't do it.
Yes,
Large.
we had, I agree, because it's additional work for everyone with that. I had encouraged Mr. McCord initially to talk with all of the neighbors. That way we can do this all at the same time and they could share in the platting cost and the rezone cost, because there were several notices that had to go out with this case. And what the response was, we had two that participated, two lot owners.
We also, this is Austin Black, we also encouraged Ellsworth to talk to the other lot owners too and see if they're interested, and there just wasn't much response at the time from the other lot owners, so we proceeded without them.
Okay, thanks, Michelle. From here, we'll ask the owner or representative of the owner to testify, state your name and address. This is proceedings are being recorded.
Steve Ellsworth.
And also, you testified before, you don't need to repeat in that testimony, but just add to or clarify. This we already have the testimony on record.
Okay. Steve Ellsworth, 253 First Street, Ellsworth Associates. I think everything's pretty much been touched on. I don't think there's really anything I can add. We're just trying to rezone this to add it. Once rezoned, we're gonna replat it in 2 lots.
Questions? Okay, with that, we'll open it up in public testimony. We have some rounds. Other rounds. Testimony. Okay. Hearing no more public testimony, we'll close this hearing. The public testimony will take the issue under advisement. Michelle will work on proposed findings after this in each commissioner independently. And it take probably about 2 weeks to come up with those and present those to Steve to approve. So, thank you. Actually,